Yeah, it is correct here. So you can see these are the two links. Okay, these two important links I opened here. Number one is SAP Activate Roadmap Weaver. Okay, so I will share this PPT with you and you can open the same link which I opened. This SAP Activate Roadmap Weaver consists of all the details what we understood in SAP Activate, but this is very like whatever we written in one single slide. For this, it is a more than 300-400 pages document because it is going to talk about each and every activity in detail. Okay, at this moment you don't need to go into that much detail, but whenever you are working on the project, you may need to understand Activate from the project point of view. Okay, so just before I show you, let me show you one more thing. Even before prepare, there is a discover phase in SAP Activate. Okay, not very important because this is something which is before you start working on the project. So currently what we are doing, currently we are not working on the project, but we are discovering what is SAP S4HANA. So for customers also who wanted to implement SAP S4HANA, they are in discovery phase. They are understanding what is new in S4HANA. Why should we go for S4HANA? So discover phase means discover the features of SAP S4HANA. Right. So if you see this link now, this is SAP Activate methodology. If you click on content, you would be able to see all the phases that we discussed. You can see discover phase, prepare phase, explore, realize, deploy, and then run. Within each and every phase, what are the activities to be carried out? So if I click on prepare, it will tell me in the prepare phase, I need to create a project team. I need to start the project. I need to plan the project. I need to kick off the project. Okay, I need to do the organizational change management. These are all project management related activities which are coming under prepare phase. If you click on explore phase, again, each and every activity again will consist of the task. Within the task, all the descriptions are provided. So if I go to explore, which is more important to us as a functional consultant, so you can see fit to standard workshops, which you need to conduct with the business users. What is this fit to standard workshops? These are those workshops which you are going to have with the business users, where you are going to show them SAP screens. So how to prepare for those workshops? What are the different documentations that you need for those workshops? How will you conduct the workshops? Everything. How will you get the sign off in those documents that you are going to create? All those things are provided here in the explore phase. Okay, all these activities. So for example, if I go to fit to standard workshop validation, you can see how to identify the gaps, how to prioritize the data requirements. So as I told you, at this moment, you don't need to go into this much detail. But yes, whenever you have time, just go through this. It will give you a good idea of how exactly SAP Activate works. Okay, so this is mainly for project manager. Project manager should know each and every activity. But as a consultant, we may only need to know those activities which are relevant to us. Okay, so this is link number one, which will tell you all the different phases, and within each and every phase, what are the activities to be done. And then the second link that I provided you is related to the best practices for SAP S4HANA. Okay, SAP has provided the best practices for each country. Most of the countries, you can see country specific. So if you are implementing SAP S4HANA in UK, you will go with this United Kingdom. If you are implementing SAP S4HANA in US, you will be able to see the US also. If you are implementing SAP S4HANA in India, you will be able to see the India also. And along with the version. So 1909 is the latest version. But let's assume you got a project after this training and customer is implementing 1809. So in that case, you can go down and you will be able to find the documentations relevant to 1809 also. Okay, so in my case, let's assume I want to implement SAP S4HANA 1909 in UK. My client is in UK. So accordingly, if you come down, you would be able to see the best practices for different modules. You can see for finance, HR, MM, sourcing and procurement is nothing but MM. Manufacturing is PP. Okay, if you come down, you will be able to see sales. So this is your SD module. Okay, if you open this again within sales, you will be able to see a lot of other activities. For example, order and contract management. Within order and contract management, how to take care of the customer returns, how to take care of the sales order processing. So let me show you the sales order processing. How to take care of the sales of services, how to create the contracts, how to create the inquiries, sales orders entry with one-time customers. So multiple scenarios, whatever are possible, SAP has already provided the test scripts and kind of end user document for each and everything. Okay, so for example, let me show you sales contract management, which will tell you end to end how the contract can be processed. Okay, so if you want to see this, you have to create your S user ID and password. So normally this is provided only to those guys who are either uh, working on the project, customer project, and customer will provide you the login access and password. Okay, if not, maybe you can try to create S user ID on your own. Okay, just go to Google and try to create S user ID. If you are facing any issues, in the next session we will see. Using that S user ID and password, you can click on login. So if you are logged in, it will give you more details. If you are not logged in, it will just give you the basic details. It should not take this much time. So once you're logged in, it will provide you the download options. It will allow you to download the test script. Okay, so maybe you can try this one. You try to download the test script and see how exactly the process can be carried out. So these test scripts can be used by the business. Okay, so for example, let me close this first. Let me log in. I think now I'm logged in. Let's come down. So you can see this test script. This is a Word document which tells you each and everything from the end user point of view, how to carry out a transaction, and it will also allow the user to enter the feedback. Okay, so it is a Word document, you can see, which is telling you how to create a sales contract. So if I go to this activity, create a sales contract, it will tell you how this activity to be done using Fiori screen. Okay, you can see the procedure. Go to manage sales contract, click on create contract, enter this contract type. So these are all data which is pre-delivered by SAP. Okay, so enter the sold to party, enter the PO number, material, valid from, valid to, everything is provided to you as a test script. What you need to do is just follow the same thing in SAP system and you'll be able to write your pass fail comments here. So this is UAT document, test script. So user will use this and he will write his comments, whether it is working fine, whether it is fitting the business requirements or not. So all those things can be written in the test script itself. So this document itself will serve the purpose of your business blueprint, what you were creating previously. This document itself can be used as a end user training material because it is having all the steps, and this document itself can be used during UAT. Okay, which will ask the user whether it is fitting the business requirements or not. Okay, so these are the two important links which I want you to go through before the next session. If you are facing any issues, just let me know, and accordingly I will tell you how to register if possible for the SAP as user ID access. So these are the two important links.
Vikram, I have a question, Vikram.
Yeah, go ahead.
What sort of questions will be asked for certification from Activate? Do you have any percentage, or is it any question expected? Can you please brief on that?
The SAP Activate, if the question is asked from the functional module point of view, if you are giving the exam on FI or MM or SD, there would not be more than one or two questions coming from SAP Activate. And the questions would be very straightforward. For example, what are the different phases in SAP Activate? Identify, they will give you 4 options and they will ask you which of this is not the SAP Activate phase. For example, business blueprint. So you have to answer it that business blueprint is not part of SAP Activate. Okay, this is one kind of question. Second kind of question, they will ask you, they will give you 4 options and they will arrange the Activate phases. So first phase is discover, then prepare, then explore. So they will give you multiple options and they will tell you which is the correct sequence. Right? So explore should not come before prepare, for example. So this kind of questions, very simple questions, can be asked related to SAP Activate in the functional module certification. But there is a separate certification available on SAP Activate also, just for SAP Activate. That is only recommended for the project managers. Okay, so if you want to work on the project management part of SAP projects, then only it is mandatory now for most of the companies that if you want to work as a project manager on SAP projects, you have to complete SAP Activate Project Manager certification. So if you are going for that certification, then there will be a lot of detailed questions and you need to take the complete training on SAP Activate then. In that training, everything related to this SAP Activate roadmap, whatever things are mentioned, even within this, everything is covered. But that is not recommended for the functional consultants. It is only recommended for the project managers.
Thanks, Vikram.
Okay, any other questions before we close today? So just wanted to tell you that I will share these 2 videos today itself. Please make sure that whenever you have time during this week, please go through these videos. Okay, because these are very important topics that we discussed from last 2 days. Although it was too much, I know. But if you just go through these videos 2-3 times, and if you have any doubts, you can ask in the next session. Okay then, so if no questions, let's close and we will meet again on next Saturday.
Same time?
Same time, yeah. Nagesh, next 1 week we will continue same time because Fiori and some other topics are common. But after that, we will have a separate session for MM, SD and FICO.
Thank you.
Vikram, last one. I sent you an email. I tried to call you in WhatsApp, but the WhatsApp group, I can't send any message. Just can you reply my email, please?
Now you send the message or when you send?
Yeah. Whenever you're free, that's okay. Yeah.
No, your mail just now you sent or you sent earlier?
I sent just now, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it and I'll revert on that.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I tried to call you, but I couldn't reach you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.